Hey there, my friends. The happiest of Mondays to you. I hope that your week is starting out great. We do have a holiday like right smack in the middle of the week, and that's a weird place for a holiday to be. But July 4th falls on Wednesday this year. Like I said, it's kind of a strange place. But I hear that a lot of people are going places and they could take a little bit of time off from the day job and be able to have a nice stretch of a summer holiday here at the 1st of July. So I hope, however you guys are handling your July 4th, I hope that it's fun and happy for you. I have a couple new flow journals to put into the shop today. These are our starter journals. A lot of you are really gravitating to this size, and that makes me so happy, you guys. I'm just really delighted that you like the condensed version of a flow journal. I think they're super cool because they are a little bit smaller and maybe a little bit easier to transport and things like that. I did a process video, you guys, about these wonderful new art trading coins. I do not know who is responsible for this crazy trend. I do know that I saw a video by Mike Deacon, and Mike was doing it, and I thought, ooh, that is super neat. And I just encourage you guys to just check this out. It's a lot of fun. Mike also has, he's done backs for the artist trading coins, and you can run over to Mike Deacon, D-E-A-K-I-N, and get these backs that go on these things. But I love them. I can see an addiction is going to happen. I've already made myself a start kit for these to put in my start box, and I just think that they are just super cool. So I got that, and I was trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, I was going to tell you guys this morning, my neighbors are away, and I got to pick their garden, guys, and I was so excited about that. I got cucumbers and peppers and all kinds of herbs and blueberries, and it was just so much fun. And I thought, I gotta tell you guys about that. Alright, let's talk about these journals. One features this beautiful fan fabric. When I was in Italy, there were fan displays literally everywhere. So that really does remind me of Italy. I've done a very big version of this. And of course, we've got a little galaxy of starter flow journal for you guys. I really like the way this bead strand came out, and it was one of those things where I had like no plans for it at all. But it's glass beads, Czechoslovakian beads, and some bead caps that are on the end here. So it turned out really sweetly, I thought. Let's take a look inside and see what we have here. Now remember, a starter flow journal is the absolute perfect companion for my How to Use a Flow Journal 10-part series that is here on YouTube. So please do check that out. Of course, we start with our beautiful magazine pages, which should elicit, I like this color, I don't like this color, I like this texture, I like this fabric. It is really about focusing in on likes, and I am careful, you guys, to curate these magazine pages for you in a way that hopefully elicits a response. The magazine pages are great for plucking images from. They're wonderful for color blocks. Now, I mean, you look at that color block and you think those would make awesome paper beads. Again, please refer to the How to Use a Flow Journal 10-part series, and you will see exactly how to use these types of journals. I am crazy about that dragonfly stamp. I thought that I saw a dragonfly yesterday, and then I realized it was a wasp, and it had like a pine needle stuck to it, and it was like, oh, obviously Tammy did not have her glasses on when she was going, oh, look, there's a pretty dragonfly. It's like, No, that's not Dragonfly. We've got our vintage text element right here. Just beautiful yellowed pages, and you can do all kinds of things with these incredible pages. From old books, and I love working with old books. We've got a fabric element for you guys. This is a plain paper bag that I've made into a pocket that has some treats in here for you. You think about these vintage books, and you think about the people who read them. I love these Roman numerals here. The people who read them, why did somebody buy a French dictionary? Were they going to France? Were they taking a trip? Was it an older woman? Was it a younger woman? Was it an older woman who perhaps met a Frenchman during the war, and she's going back to reunite with him? I love working with old texts because they speak volumes. You think about, and I love to find texts that the pages are turned down. Highlighting is just makes my heart go thumpity thump. I love things like that. These are 1953 recipe books, and the graphics are just amazing. This is at a time when we did not have digital drawing, and these were all done. Let's kind of think back to the old Don Draper and the Mad Men kind of days, and the art department, right? So this would be the responsibility of an art department. Beautiful papers for you guys to play with. Lots of fun recipes. Baked rice and meat, meat croquets, meat stew. Obviously, this is from the meat section. Liver with vegetables. Oh, no, I don't think so. These are some sweet treat recipes. I'm trying really hard to decrease my sugar. That was one thing that I promised myself for the month of July, in addition to meditation and yoga and walking every day, that I would try and decrease my consumption of sugar, which is kind of hard for me because I really do like chocolate. And I know that the bittersweet chocolate is really actually good for you, but if I have a bittersweet chocolate bar, it's not good to eat half the thing in one day, even though it's supposed to be good for you. You shouldn't eat the whole thing in one day. That's all there is to it. My asana practice this morning was humility. I'm going to link my Yoga with Adrienne humility practice in the description box below because I think you guys might enjoy it. It's a very, the asana practices are seated practices, and they're simple and it's very opening, it's very centering, it's really just a great practice. These are our little travel sections. Here's $500,000 for you to spend when you go traveling, wherever you go. Where do you guys like to travel? I love to go to the beach. Don't often get there. It's not that the beach is far away from here, it's that the traffic, you may get there and you may not. That's sort of the way it is. These are some Franken pages, Franken tags that I did. I really do like the whole Franken thing. I even think that these art trading coins could be Frankened up, and I think those would make really good substrates, for some Franken stuff going on there. This is from one of my old journals. I even did some sewing on this page. And we are to our last magazine segment. I love this. She looks like she's kissing the key, or she's, having deep thoughts about this key around her neck. Why is the key around her neck? What locks? What does she have locked away that she needs to have a key to manage? I like thinking that way. I love thinking about the story angles of people and things. These pictures evoke all kinds of, storylines or memories or things like that. This journal is $35, and Miss Galaxy is going in the shop a little later on today. Like I said, I've done a bigger version of this starter journal with the fans. I love fans. I think they're so pretty. Fans always remind me of sitting in church on Sunday morning and it being so hot, you know, and the windows were open, but everybody had out their bulletins and they were fanning with their bulletins. And I know some churches would, you know, their fans were some sort of religious text or something like that. I always thought that was very interesting. Finished off really simply with some wood beads, glass beads, some Czechoslovakian beads, and some of these etched beads as well. When I was in Italy in April, it was hot. And I could just only imagine, y'all, how super hot it would get in the Italian salons. Of course, the places that we visited had these magnificent, huge windows that would open up and catch the ocean breeze. But then you have to think that these ladies wore yards and yards and yards of fabric, you know, as they dressed in these elaborate wigs and, you know, headgear. And I just, the whole time I was there, I thought, oh God, how did people manage that? I don't know how you would do it and not just faint dead away. Like, that's one of my favorite scenes in Pirates of the Caribbean when Elizabeth Swann just faints, you know, because she has to. But everybody believes her because it's so hot. And she has on yards and yards and yards and yards of dress. Oh my goodness, so funny. This is our text section of this book. I love the way the colors play together. This is a vintage greeting card. It's signed by Esther. And we have some play money in here for you. This says Late for the Sky. I don't know what game this has come from. When I see Late for the Sky, I think about Jackson Browne's album Late for the Sky, which was, that was my growing up record, you know. That was released when I was a teenager. I was absolutely addicted to it. I can probably spout off the lyrics to every song on it. I wore out 2 copies of Late for the Sky by Jackson Browne. If you've never heard it, you ought to get it. Jackson Browne, if you guys don't know, is one of the authors of Take It Easy along with the Eagles. What a cool time to be a musician, you know, in California during that time. Wow. This is one of our little fabric swatches by Miss Gail, who is just, she sends us all kinds of goodies for us to use. These vintage Hallmark mushroom cards, I love them. A whole ticket from a dress shop, and we are into our recipe section. Isn't that cute? I just love the illustrations. I love the black and white photography. This is a color piece. This is a cover from one of the 1953 recipe books. Again, that's a beautiful image right there of all these belles in their beautiful dresses. This is soup. Peanut butter soup. Oatmeal chowder? Peanut butter soup. I am not sure about that at all. Yeah, but I tell you, it has made me want to bite of peanut butter. Yeah, my tummy's just a-growling for some sugar. Oh, again, the beautiful little dragonfly stamp that I've been using. Never stop growing. My mission for this month is to expand. Expand your horizons, expand what you do, expand the way. Not expand your waistline, though. Just expand. Practice expansion. I will be 60 a little later on this month, and I think that's an important thing to kind of think about. This is a Frankentag. I love the way she looks. We've got a little bit of a fabric element in here for you. A sweet napkin that portrays the beach where I would like to be every single day of my life. I would love to spend it at the beach. There's something very humbling about being there. We've got maps for you and realizing you are just so small, dude. You're a small microcosm in the universe. I read something that was so interesting. I've been reading, what is the book called? The Path to Happiness, something about happiness. It's by Bertrand Russell. And one of his suggestions to find happiness is, oh my gosh, get over yourself. You are not that important. Get over it. And I thought, that is so true. Just stop, man. You know, you're like, this is one little drop. And I just love the book. I did not gravitate to it when I first started reading it, but the more that I read it, the more that I discover that he has a very unique take on finding happiness and being happy and the importance of happiness. So it's really been a fun read. So, hey, get over yourself. I like to be over myself. I know I'm not that important, and my work is not like that important, but I tell you what, I am happy, happy, happy when I'm doing it. And I hope that you guys are happy when you purchase a journal from this shop. Thank you guys for listening, and thank you for listening to me ramble once again. These little journals will go in the shop a little later on today. Have a great Monday, y'all. Talk to you soon. Bye.